The bold night, the apples of youth, and the water of life. An old and blind king got word of a garden with apples that would make a man grow young and water that restored sight. His oldest son set out to find the fabled garden. He rode for several days, for the garden was in a faraway land. Even knowing he should hurry, he entered a widow's house for food and rest. As soon as he entered the widow's house, she trapped him in the cellar. The second son of the king set out to find his elder brother riding the same path. When he reached the widow's house, he too entered to rest and fell into the trap. The youngest son set out to find his brothers, and he too reached the widow's house. Seeing his brother's helmet, he forced the widow to free his brothers. Ashamed for having been tricked, his elder brothers followed him while he led the way to the garden. When they reached the garden, they were met by its guardian. "What you see can only be reached by flying. Take my winged horse," said the guardian. In the center of the garden, he found the apple tree and the magic water. That night, the knight's older brothers stole the horse and threw him to a cave. In the morning, the knight sought the nearest castle to ask for help. The king said if he could kill a dragon, they would help him return home, and he could marry the princess. The king and his men led the knight to the dragon's lair. Deep in the cave, the knight fought and killed the giant beast. With the dragon killed, the king gave the knight a giant bird so he could go back to his father. He gave his father the apples and the magic water and told him what his brothers had done. The king sent the jealous brothers to jail, and the knight married the princess. And they lived happily ever after. The end.